Here we go. That was pretty good. You had the cymbal going on that one. You did the cymbal right on cue. Didn't you?
I'm not only a drum player, I'm a cymbal smasher.
Sure.
If anyone really plays the cymbals, they're like, that's not what you call that at all.
That's not a cymbal at all. I'm not a cymbal smasher.
I'm a cymbal player.
I'm a cymbal player. All right. Well, thank you, everyone, for joining us today on another edition of Extreme Health Radio. Appreciate it very much. I hope you're having a good day, whatever you're doing. We are broadcasting worldwide from Southern California. And it is, I was going to say it's a beautiful day. It's not really beautiful, though, today, is it?
Not pretty at all.
Cloudy, and it feels like wintertime, doesn't it?
It feels like the dead of winter.
Yeah, it's really weird. Today is May 5th, 2013, and you would think it would be warm and sunny. We have had warm and sunny days, but not today.
Nope.
Not today at all.
No love for Cinco de Mayo.
Daniel Vitalis would be, what would he be? He would be not jealous, but happy that we're having some inclement weather. Maybe.
Welcome to the rest of the world, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see, we do shows 3 days a week on 4 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And it's an honor for us to be on here with you guys, and hopefully you're enjoying our shows. And we had a pretty good week this week. We had 2 episodes. We had one day with no episode, and couldn't get someone on that day. But this is episode number 97, so we're 3 away from 100 here.
Nice.
That's kind of fun, huh?
Yeah.
So if you're interested, you can check it out at extremehealthradio.com/97. And if you'd like to send us an email or ask us a question or anything like that, you can email me at justin@extremehealthradio.com or my co-host/wife.
Huh? Kate at extremehealthradio.com.
Huh?
Like I'm going to answer no to that?
Well, who knows? And also, we have a new feature on our website. If you want to leave us a message that you can record right from your computer, feel free to do that at extremehealthradio.com/voicemail. And you can record right from your computer, and we'd love to have some interaction. We had a couple people leave questions for our last guest, which was pretty cool. So that was fun. And so feel free to do that. And another thing that I want to do, Kate, is start bringing in Skype phone calls. So next time we do a Free For All Friday show, we'll have Skype on and
that's cool.
Take calls. Yeah.
Cool.
The people won't be able to listen live, but they can call up, so I can announce maybe that we're doing the show to our Facebook people, and they can see that we're going to be on starting at this time today.
Oh, cool.
And then if they want to call in, so our Skype handle or ID, whatever you call it, is Extreme Health Radio. Just all one word, Extreme Health Radio.
Awesome.
Yeah, so that'd
be cool. I want to interact with people.
I want to interact.
Not like I don't like interacting with you. You're a person.
I'm not good enough.
But the jury's out.
No, but it would be fun, huh?
Yeah, I'd love that.
Yeah,
please,
it'd be fun to have people on and talking to us. So that'd be a lot of fun. And
that'd be cool.
What else is going on? Let's see. We had some really good guests this past week. Oh, I want to tell you, too, this show is brought to you by Amazon. So you can support us by purchasing on Amazon whenever you make purchases.
You could buy anything.
Anything you want. Doesn't have to be health-related. And every single time you make a purchase, if you would just go to extremehealthradio.com/Amazon, we'll get a commission.
Mm-hmm. It could be a spatula.
Or a pair of...
socks
or sandals.
I thought you were going to go the underwear route.
Or shoelaces.
Why do they call underwear a pair of underwear? It's not a pair.
It's not a pair at all.
That's weird. Or shoelaces. Popsicle molds.
In fact, we have some of those. We need to make some popsicles.
We actually do. Mango.
Ooh.
I can't get enough mango.
Well, I'm trying to figure out, and now I'm just thinking recipes. Like, oh. The wheels are turning.
The wheels better turn back to the show because
I'm thinking of recipes.
You are funny.
I'm thinking like, do you think it would be good to mix mango up in the Vitamix or like blend them up? And would you want to put anything? Would you want to do stevia in there too? Like,
no, I think it's too sweet. I think you could just put pure mango puree and pour it into those molds.
God, that'd be so good.
That'd be good.
We have the molds too.
Yum.
We got them from Amazon. You can buy them.
I think we got them like 3 years ago.
We have not used them.
That's going to be a summertime thing. I also want to make the, what do you call those? Watermelon popsicles.
Ooh.
With
How
the
do you
seeds
do that?
in them.
What?
You just scoop out I don't know, I never made them, but I think you just scoop out the watermelon seeds and all. Blend it up in the Vitamix. Maybe throw a packet of stevia in there. I'm not sure. And then throw it in those molds.
Oh, okay. So, wow, that'd be so good.
Isn't that cool?
We should do that for summer. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking too, maybe some, if we did some avocado and coconut meat, blend it up with some stevia and some bananas or something with some raw chocolate powder or carob powder.
Oh, yum.
And then just, that'd be good.
Now I'm hungry. I just ate and now I'm hungry again.
Now we want dessert, don't we? The molds are sitting there just waiting to be used.
At our break, we'll go chop up mangoes and
that'd be so good.
We'll be making molds.
We've got we had quite a good week here. We had, let's see who we have. We had on our show Chris Keller on. Was that on Monday? That was a Monday, wasn't it?
I think so.
That was an interesting show with that guy.
That guy's awesome.
He's really cool. Gosh, I feel like I'm Bono sitting here with these sunglasses. I've got the same hat he's got on, right?
You do.
Minus the voice and the $30 million.
$30 billion.
$30 billion.
You do look a lot like Bono right now.
Yeah, I'm wearing these blue light sunglasses.
Orange.
Yeah.
Orange blue light sunglasses.
They block. They're like blue blockers.
They are.
Yeah, but
is that why Bono wears those glasses?
No, he wears ones that are all different colors. Like he wears red ones and
blue ones.
Yeah.
I get it.
And he has all kinds of different style.
Very Bono-esque.
Bono-esque.
We had Stephen Hines on too.
Stephen Hines and Chris Keller. So Chris Keller was, if you haven't heard that show, that was episode 96, I think. And that was an interesting episode. Actually, no, I think it was
95.
95. I'm just going onto our website now and checking that. Let's see. Yeah, Chris Keller, we had him on Monday. So that would have been, I think it was episode 95. Yeah, Chris Keller. He does energy medicine and he helps to heal people with of certain diseases, all kinds of stuff, right? But he uses like sacred geometry and pyramid shapes and all kinds of weird stuff like that.
I'm so excited. I'm going to call him up and get an appointment with him too.
Yeah, that's right, huh? Yeah, you wanted to do that.
Yeah, he was really interesting.
Quantum energy techniques and energy medicine. He was really interesting.
Yeah.
Because really, when you think about the body, it's all energy, right? It's all just, cells vibrating at certain frequencies. And that's why the Rife machines work so well. Those
Rife machines are trippy.
I've heard David Wolf talk about the Rife machines, and they are apparently the government has some sort of lock on that keyword. So when you type in like radionics, I don't know if this is true. This is just what David Wolf was saying. Your IP is flagged.
Really?
Yeah. Have you heard that before?
I feel like I heard it from you, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, it's because this kind of technology is just,
Yeah. God forbid.
Yeah, you can heal all kinds of diseases with it.
We need to have one in our office.
Yeah, you wouldn't want the, just the average man being able to cure, every kind of disease.
No.
Because then, the average cancer patient's worth like, I think it's $450,000 or $700,000.
I thought it was like $1 million.
Yeah, it's probably up there now. Yeah, so Chris Keller, if you're interested in his work, go to chriskeller.com. His website is CHRISKEHLER, chriskeller.com. And he's got a Facebook page and really cool. I just was really, he was really down to earth and really normal. And, a lot of people can be kind of strange and, really etheric and, hard to relate to a little bit. But he was really, really, really down to earth guy. And
super intelligent. I loved how he was a bit older. I mean, not old, but older when he started his journey back to school, to learn all this stuff. And Gosh, that guy's fascinating. What he's done in a short amount of time, it just blows your mind how smart that guy is.
I know. And it's so cool that he turned his wife's illness and death into something positive, and something that where he could really affect people's lives in an amazing way.
Totally.
A lot of people just might be just, wallowing in their mire and sad and depressed for the rest of their life, but he just turned the whole thing around.
Yeah. Impressive. That could go either way, and he took it as a platform to become healthy himself, it sounded like.
Yeah, because when people die in our lives, we can take that to be really, really take that on energetically. So he probably did that as a way of making sure he didn't take on any of the energetic emotions that happen when people die.
Yeah.
Similar to the emotion code.
Yeah.
So that was a cool show. And then Stephen Hines, episode number 96, he was an interesting guy too.
He was.
We stayed off the air, and I spoke with him, I think, for about another hour and a half off the air.
Wow.
That was crazy, because you had to leave, remember?
Yeah, I had to go.
You had to go. See a client. We talked for another about 15 minutes on the air, I think, or 10 minutes, and then he is just such a cool guy.
That's cool he stayed and talked that long. And
yeah. He was really fun to talk to. And
he was cool.
Yeah, and we're going to get, actually, we already did. We went through his website and got his DVD, which is a 4-hour DVD on, I think it's called How to Take Care of Yourself. And it's a 4-hour DVD. It's going to be coming in the mail pretty soon. But it's about digestive. It's a 4-hour presentation that he gave, I think, at some hospital. And he goes through the entire digestive process from when you even begin start thinking about food, what enzymes you create in your mouth, and then what happens from when you swallow it to when it comes out, and the whole process, and really, really getting your digestion back on track.
Good, because the good Lord knows I have a bunch of digestive issues.
Yeah, weren't you saying today that you had... You had some issues with the raw chocolate you've been doing?
Yes. I know I'm not supposed to eat raw chocolate, and I always react poorly, and yet I keep shoving it down my face because I love it so much.
Yeah, that's no good. You bloat out, right? I
bloat out, and I'm just like, today I'm just paying for it. I'm like super puffy. I'm super bloated. It's disgusting.
I know. That's too bad.
I have like a chocolate food baby in my belly.
A 10-pound chocolate baby?
10-pound chocolate baby. It's gross, but I'm still on the journey with that part of my health for sure.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to that. And 4 hours probably won't seem like enough. I'll probably still want more. Yeah,
and I think it's going to be really good to kind of get a full education on what happens. I think everyone has digestive issues.
I know.
Everyone. I know I do. It's so interesting. I have not had any of my indigestion issues. I think I've had it once, maybe since I stopped doing any nuts. So I think that it was all those phytates.
It is. And I think that's the problem. Is it in chocolate, I think, too?
They say it is.
I think that's my problem.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, because I've been feeling pretty good. And then the last couple of days, I'm just craving raw chocolate. So I keep eating it. And that's when I've been feeling my worst. So...
You know what's interesting? I had that same thing happen when I ate raw chocolate, like the white chocolate, where, the unsweetened raw chocolate. I think they just call it the cacao butter.
Oh, yeah.
And I had that with that big time. But I never had it with the powder or with the nibs. Which is weird.
I wonder what that is.
Yeah, it's too hard to give up, though, isn't it? That stuff
man. I just crave it. I had it for breakfast today. Before my fruit, I had a piece of raw chocolate.
So did you feel it right after you ate the... Really?
Like within 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
And then I piled fruit on it, which probably wasn't smart to even combine that way. But then all day I've been paying for it. I'm just like, blah.
Oh. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's
Tomorrow's a new day. I just got to stop buying those boxes of chocolate, and then I won't have a problem.
I know.
Like I ate more tonight, right before this. I'm just a glutton for punishment.
I know. It's
so good.
I know.
That's like I rarely have like something I feel that strongly about having to eat, and it's like taunting me.
Yeah.
Taunting?
Taunting.
Is that a word?
Yeah, okay. That's a good word.
Yeah.
I like it.
I hear Maggie doing something. I got to go check on her real quick.
Yeah, sometimes Maggie, she could be chewing on something. Wow. Yeah. So phytates, I've had really, really bad issues with indigestion since actually before I was eating the nuts. And I don't know if you guys have that problem, but whenever I was doing nuts, I was really, really getting a lot of indigestion because a lot of raw food is based on nuts, and nuts are in the recipes and nuts are in the ingredients and things, and things like that. What was Maggie doing?
Now we have half a rug.
No. Was she eating the rug?
Eating the rug.
Oh, wow.
I go out there and I caught her mid-chew.
Mid-chomp?
Chomp.
How did you hear through the headphones?
I don't know. All of a sudden I just felt like I heard something, and then I just had this feeling she was up to no good.
That was your bacteria corresponding with her bacteria.
With Maggie's bacteria, which now the bacteria is all over the rug.
That's never a good thing.
And now the rug and I are connected with our bacteria.
Oh, man.
Anyway, sorry. I'm back.
Yeah, no, I was just talking about the phytates, and you may want to consider getting rid of nuts in your diet. I don't know if you have indigestion or digestive issues. I would really recommend getting your almonds or your nuts and making sure they're raw, and then soaking them and sprouting them.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be the best thing. Because if you don't do that, oh man, it's really rough on my digestion.
Like brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the raw chocolate for me is not a good thing, but I cut out all the phytic foods in my diet, and I'm wondering maybe, and I've been feeling pretty good, maybe it's just that maybe it's just a couple, maybe because I've added a few strawberries back in and those haven't done anything.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't think I do good with coconut. I love coconut.
What about the nightshades that Stephen Hines really, really was given a whole list of foods? Are
eggplants, tomatoes.
Are bell peppers considered nightshades?
I think so. I think all peppers.
I thought nightshades were only things that grew underground.
Mm-mm.
No? Well, yeah.
Tomatoes.
Yeah, tomatoes don't.
Here,
interesting.
Let me Google it. What am I looking?
Just list of nightshade vegetables.
Oh, that's right. Let's see what they are again.
So, yeah, Stephen Hines was really, really down on nightshades. Big time, wasn't he?
When he was talking about it, I thought I'm going to try to give them all up because I love tomatoes. They're pretty much the only thing. But you know what? That's interesting because last time I had that bell pepper last week, I wasn't so good after that.
Really?
Nightshade vegetable.
Kate's typing on her iPad here.
I like what came up when I searched for it.
What was it?
List of nightshade characters. What is that?
Nightshade character.
I don't even want to know.
Oh.
It sounds like shady characters.
Shady characters. Yeah, he was really, really down on nightshades. So I don't know if you have food allergies or if you have any kind of digestive issues, consider getting rid of nightshades and soaking all of your nuts and maybe even sprouting them.
Yep.
We have a whole thing on, I was watching, Kate, the movies that we have for the Raw Chef, the Raw Chef program. Those are so good. He completely redid his website recently and added a bunch of new videos or recipes, and he's a classically trained chef, but he's a raw food chef.
That is so cool.
He's amazing, and it's such a great course. And I was going through some of it the other day, and he was taking buckwheat and I think some sunflower seeds and all these different seeds. He was soaking them for an hour or overnight, and then sprouting them, and then dehydrating them. So they'd be all dehydrated, and then after they're sprouted, and then he was grinding them up, and he would turn them into a flour. So it's essentially still a raw flour that's a nut, but it's all completely phytate free and clean and
interesting,
already sprouted, and pretty cool.
Eating this way takes a lot of work, but
it does, yeah.
Okay.
Because you can't just drive through the drive-through at Carl's and
order a sprouted nitrate free.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
Yeah, they don't have those.
Here they are. Potatoes. Not sweet potatoes, regular potatoes.
Really?
That's what it says.
Wow.
Google doesn't lie. Tomatoes, eggplants, sweet and hot peppers. So there you go. Bell peppers.
Okay.
Including paprika, cayenne pepper, and Tabasco sauce. Ground.
So cayenne pepper, we take those as supplements for the heart.
Yes, we do.
Wow.
Interesting.
Okay.
What the heck are ground cherries?
Ground cherries. Maybe like a dried,
Ground cherries?
dehydrated cherry or something?
Maybe. Tomatillos and Tamarillo garden huckleberry.
Okay.
And, pimentos.
Wow.
Chili peppers. There you go.
So those are a list of the main nightshade vegetables?
It says maybe the Cape gooseberry and goji berry.
Oh, okay.
Tobacco. I think he did say tobacco.
Yeah,
too.
that's right. He said tobacco. So people that smoke have this kind of issue.
Yeah, clearly. And it said, based on the list above, many items should be avoided by those who have sensitivity to nightshades, those with arthritis and or joint issues.
Wow. So a lot of people with arthritis might smoke, and that could be an issue with their joints as well.
So there you go.
Wow. Yeah. Stephen Hines,
That guy's cool.
He's an amazing guy. He's on the cutting edge. I think his work is just truly amazing. And we're talking off the air, and he knows a lot of the same doctors that I know about. And he's actually good friends with them, and he's part of a whole symposium and panel for this other larger company that's doing these different web conferences for doctors to sign up and be a part. And it's this whole conference where it all takes place online, and doctors can learn from other doctors and be a part of a conference without having to travel to the location. And I mean, it's just so cool, I mean, it's just, if you really want to be on the cutting edge, like, do you think that the regular doctor out there is going to be doing this kind of thing?
I don't think so.
They don't even have time to do really anything, much of anything, as far as research goes. And, it's all the natural doctors that love helping people that are on the cutting edge.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I don't know if I should say this or not, but one of my clients, who will not be named,
who shall remain nameless,
is in used to be a nurse.
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking about how one of my other friends had recently had her spleen taken out. And I was asking my client, I said, I feel really stupid, but what does your spleen really do?
You asked her? I
asked her.
Okay.
And she's like, I don't really know. She's like...
And this was a nurse?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
And she didn't know. She's like,
But I do know what pharmaceutical medications are good for the spleen.
Yeah, right. It was kind of a bummer. I was like, ooh. Like,
wow.
These are the people that...
Were you just generally curious, or did you want to just kind of test her?
Well, both.
Yeah.
I really wanted to know what your spleen did, because I feel stupid. I should know at least a little bit of its function. Mm-hmm. She said at the end, she thought about it. She's like, I think it has something to do with cleaning your blood.
Wow. Yeah, I don't even know either.
Yeah, but I know you should have it. But yeah, it was interesting. But I thought, wow, that's the kind of thing. Like, just so many doctors I know too don't have the slightest clue about any nutrition.
Yeah.
Like, they're hardly required to take anything as far as nutrition classes go during their whole...
I think that they can take, the last I heard, it probably it varies between colleges or universities, but I believe it was like, the average doctor has less than 4 hours of nutritional training.
I think it's something like that, yeah.
And it's not even required. It's an elective from what I've heard. Amazing.
That's
huh?
a little bummer.
Crazy. Mm-hmm. We have to take a break, and we're going to do the little thing on the Bellicon rebounder, because we just sold one of those the other day, and they're such great machines. So if you're interested in rebounding, take a listen to this. So rebounding is, in my mind, one of the best ways to detoxify your lymphatic system, and it's the only exercise on earth that will actually detoxify your lymphatic system. And your lymph system is responsible for storing toxins and chemicals and poisons that you're exposed to. And there's no pump for the lymph system. It doesn't have a heart, so you have to move it up and down, and it's filled with millions of one-way valves that get squeezed and pushed and opened and closed every time you jump. And we feel like we've found the best rebounder on the market today. It's the Rolls Royce of rebounding. It's called the Bellicon, and I highly stand behind this product. It's absolutely amazing. If you want to hear what some of our guests said about it, check them out on our store. You can listen to what a lot of our guests have said about rebounding, and the Bellicon in particular. So a lot of times people will go on the rebounder with oxygen for cancer if they're really sick, and it's one of the most powerful things you can do to cleanse your body and to exercise every single cell in your body, every organ in your body. It's the only internal organ exercise you could do. and it's absolutely incredible. It also helps to rebuild bone density because of the up and down motion, the G-force that gets applied to every cell of your body, and it tightens and tones your body, and it's just really, really great aerobic exercise. And the Bellicon is made with straps, these bungee cords instead of springs, so it's silent, and they have a warranty on it. It's the best rebounder on the market today. So if you're in the market for one, I would highly recommend just saving up and getting the Bellicon, because there's no other rebounder on the market that's better than this thing. I firmly believe that. So if you're interested in it, check it out, extremehealthradio.com/Bellicon. That's B as in boy, ELLICON. And you can learn more about it and watch the videos on that page too. So thanks for listening, and I hope you enjoy your rebounder, and we'll catch you on the next episode. Oh my gosh.
Never mind that brief pause. We weren't on that at all.
We're just sitting here chatting, and
all of a sudden we're like, oh,
we're doing a radio show.
stopped. Oops, what are we doing?
Oh man.
Oh,
If we were working in LA, we'd be just canned right now.
Yep.
They'd come in and just,
Can us.
you're out of here, buddy. Get off my radio station.
Oh man.
Man. I felt like we just got like the recess bell went off, and we just figured out that we're 20 minutes away from school or something.
Like how we both, like, it got quiet, and all of a sudden we're like deer in the headlights. We're looking at each other with our eyes as big as saucers.
Oh man.
That was great.
That's hilarious. So we are packing up and going to the desert for a few days. How nice is that going to be?
Get out of here. I want to be where it's warm.
Get out of town.
Out of town.
It's going to be nice, huh?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
I feel like every time we go, the packing is really... We pack so much, don't we?
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, because we don't pack many clothes. Like, we're not those people. We're the people who take hardly any clothes, and then now we're like taking our appliances.
We're taking our juicer,
our Vitamix,
our
our dehydrator sometimes.
Yeah.
On the lake trip.
I'm bringing my rebounder, my inversion. I'm bringing the sauna.
I'm bringing my full container garden. With my nightshades.
Oh, yeah.
No, but yeah, I mean, that's how we eat out there, though. You want to eat like kind of lighter. It's going to be really hot.
Yeah.
Make, a bunch of smoothies, eat some good salads, juices. We got to have our appliances.
Yeah, and I think that's something that people, it probably seems weird. I mean, David Wolf, I used to hear things with him, and he wouldn't even go in the shower there. He would like strip off all the sheets and bring his own sheets, and he would, take off the shower head and put his own filter on. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then Stephen Hines was even saying, we're talking about this on the walk today with Maggie,
mm-hmm.
that he'll do that. Well, he won't even go to a hotel.
No, he has a trailer now.
Yeah, because of the bed bugs possibly carrying Lyme disease, which is amazing. I mean, I figure we can't go that far. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It can't be, we just can't go that far.
Right now.
Right now. But, we found a tick on Maggie today.
Yes, we did.
Right on the top of her little beak, or whatever you call it. Her snout.
Her beak.
Her beak.
Because dogs have beaks.
What?
Her snout.
Her snout.
Yeah, a little tiny thing. It looks like a flea, and I pulled it off, and it was just a little baby tick.
Yeah, what's interesting is I was putting together the show page for Stephen Hines today, mm-hmm. and I went to spirostat.com, SPIROSTAT.com, which is a company that he's affiliated with that does testing for Lyme disease. Mm-hmm. And really, really a great company. I would highly suggest you check out that site and get your blood tested for this stuff, because the type of testing that he does is just, it's light years beyond anything else that people are doing for autoimmune disease. But anyway,
I want to do it.
Yeah, we'll do it. But mm-hmm. I was on that site, and if you go onto the site right now, you can see it. That little tick that they show on the picture mm-hmm. looks exactly like the tick that was on Maggie's snout today.
Great.
Yeah, it was like a little baby tick.
.com.
Spirostat.com. Mm-hmm. Yeah, amazing.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Let me see
yeah.
it here. Wait for it. Ew.
Doesn't it?
It's exactly what was on her.
It's right on the guy's fingertip, right?
This isn't good.
Yeah. Fortunately, it didn't bite us or whatever. But
no.
Yeah, crazy, huh?
I wonder what we should have done with it.
I know. I threw it
over the balcony.
What was I thinking? He's gone now.
I look over wondering how should we get rid of it. And all of a sudden he's taking a ride.
The ride of his life.
The ride of his life. Oh my gosh.
We've got a couple questions here I'd like to get through here.
Let's do it.
Our Free for All Friday questions.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I want to thank Mr. Drudge. I don't have your first name. If you're listening to this, I want to thank you for your purchase of the Bellicon a couple of days ago. That was amazing.
Yes,
and
thank you.
We get a nice commission when you purchase those, and that was really, really great. So I hope you love your Bellicon, and I hope you enjoy it.
I do too.
Yeah. Okay, so Basia writes in, "Hi, I'm from Poland, and I love hearing your radio station, but I'm not very good with English. My husband..." Did we do this question last week?
Yeah, we did.
54 years young and has chemotherapy radiation during 5 weeks. The operation is now eating yogurt with good bacteria. I think I just read it, but I don't think we covered it.
We didn't?
I don't think so.
Okay.
And the nurse in the hospital said that he can start eating yogurt with good bacteria, and I don't understand why. What can I give him to make him stronger? Wow. So he's already having chemotherapy and radiation. You know what? There was a product. Oh, gosh. If I can think of it. There was an interview I heard with a doctor, a homeopathic nutritionist, who was talking about natural cancer treatment therapies. And he mentioned a product. I wish I could remember this. That was really, really good. I think it did something. It helped to oxygenate your cells. So it helped the chemotherapy to actually work better. But it also reduced the side effects of the chemotherapy itself too, so people didn't get vomiting and things. Oh man, Bossy, if I could remember anything and put it on the show notes page, extremehealthradio.com/97, I will do my best to try to remember that. I can't really think of anything that would make him stronger during that time. I would you know what I would do? I would contact someone like Stephen Hines at hopewellnesscenter.com and talk to him and maybe get an integrative approach, or maybe even talk to some of our doctors, or go onto our website and go under podcasts and cancer and then look at the different doctors we've talked to with cancer. Yeah. Contact them and ask them some of the things that they might include in their diet.
That's a good call.
Yeah, I can't think of anything now. And you know what I want to do? I need to set up a chat room on extremehealthradio.com/live. So we can have a chat, and people can chat, go to our chat room and listen live maybe and call in, and because I'm sure a lot of people have some good thoughts on this. I'm just drawing a blank at the moment.
Yeah, no.
As far as that goes. Okay, so another one from Yvette. I listen to your radio show periodically. Great show you have. I was wondering if you know of any natural ways to address high blood pressure. I looked at the conditions and diseases section of your website, but it took me to a page that no longer exists. Thank you for your feedback. High blood pressure. Golly. I don't know foods. I have a list here of 9 foods that will help lower blood pressure. That might help. I'll put a link to this.
What are they?
It's from Natural News, and it's an infographic here, and it's just going to be coming up in just a moment. Okay, so Basia, I want to just go back to your question a little bit about the cancer and the making someone feel stronger while they're going through chemotherapy and radiation. You might want to try to contact Dr. Richard Massey, and we're going to have him on the show. But his website his email address is docmassey, DOCMASSEY @gmail.com. What do you have on
ant crawling all over my
So you may want to check him out, Basia. And also, let's see, Yvette, let's see, some of those foods that help lower blood pressure are kiwi fruit, raisins, purple tomatoes, garlic, bananas, chocolate, hibiscus, hawthorn berries, watermelon, and did I say kiwi?
You did, yeah.
Kiwi.
Nice.
Yeah, so those are 9 foods that helps to lower blood pressure. I wonder if things like cayenne pepper would be good because it would increase circulation. But there's a reason why the blood pressure is high. So I would think that some of the things that would cause high blood pressure would be foods that cause inflammation, which would be anything like grains or any hard to digest foods like grains and things that would cause clogging of the arteries and cause the blood to become more thick. And so I would look at some foods that would possibly be causing that. So
interesting. We should in the future have that be a link or something in the search term box that comes up for that.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people struggle with high blood pressure problems.
Yeah, I know. And you know what? In our store, we have a product, if you're interested, about cholesterol. And I'll put the link to that on this show page. It's a cholesterol product. And it's put out by, what's his name? Chris Kresser, who's a doctor up in San Francisco area. And he does the Healthy Baby Code product that we...
Oh, right.
And he's got one on healthy cholesterol levels and what that really means. So you may want to check out that product as well, because I feel like cholesterol and blood pressure are going to be related. All right, so we have another one. Aaron writes in, I have a 10-month-old baby and my girlfriend has been breastfeeding nearly the entire time. My girlfriend is now ready to go with an alternative milk. What healthy options do you know of? Thank you very much. An alternative milk. Aaron, I would suggest that you keep breastfeeding, right?
Well, yeah, if you can.
If you can, yeah. Something that I heard a doctor, what is his name? Dr. Robert Marshall, Dr. Bob Marshall, we had him on. I think he was episode 17 or 19. Okay. But he mentioned if you're unable to produce breast milk,
is it brewer's yeast?
Brewer's yeast, and I think an ounce of water. This also helps prevent stretch marks and things like that, and morning sickness and things. But to really ramp up the water during pregnancy and during post-pregnancy, especially during breastfeeding. So you want to do an ounce of water per pound of body weight of the woman. Oh, that's right. So it's a lot of water per day. Right. But that helps to produce breast milk along with the brewer's yeast. I guess there's a lot of B vitamins. Or no, it's nutritional yeast flakes. I'm sorry, you're right. Yeah, it's nutritional yeast flakes. Yeah, you're right. That didn't sound right. I'm like, we take brewer's yeast. Yeah, for the B vitamins. For the B vitamins. Yeah. So as far as an alternative milk, golly, I don't know. I wouldn't know what to recommend. I would check out that product we mentioned, the Healthy Baby Code, because I believe I was going through that a couple months ago, and I can't remember, but I believe they had some alternative breast milk options. I know a lot. Oh, go ahead. There's always an option, of going looking online to find a milk bank. Oh, yeah. For people in your area. But I mean, I get that, if you learn more about it, people are probably okay with that idea. But there's that. And then I think there's a lot of other possibilities, as far as like more formula type situations that aren't as toxic as others. But yeah, what I would do is you can go onto laleche, right? .com. I think so, yeah. And is she Maggie? I don't know what she's doing. I think she's stretching. I was hoping she wasn't going to the pee. She's in the studio now, and it looks like she was dropping her bum. It kind of did. And going what a letting loose. Weird tonight. And I would also suggest too that you don't do anything related to soy. Any kind of soy milk, stay away from that, because that's going to cause all kinds of phytoestrogenic problems in your baby. Oh, I agree. Okay, and the last one we have, Ken writes in from our email list, and he writes in, "Hi Justin, great stuff, man, incredibly enlightening." That's cool.
That's
So
nice.
the health adversity I'm trying to understand and even redefine it entirely, since after much personal research, etc., has slowly shown its great falsehood, HIV. I would love to have you interview individuals, scientists, researchers, etc., who have a different take altogether on what HIV really is. I'm healthy, have been, quote, positive for 7 years with no meds, perhaps the biggest scam of our lifetime and the most financially fortuitous for a pharmaceutical industry on the brink of collapse, but saved by shoddy science and a crook named Robert Gallo. Geez, he says. Wow. Never heard of Robert Gallo. I've been on the soapbox long enough tonight. I apologize. Be well, man. Peace. Thank you for bringing real modalities of healing to the forefront. Michael from Columbus, Missouri. Wow, that's really interesting. Michael, you've been 7 years without meds. Isn't that interesting that so many people died so early? And you know what? What's his name? There's a guy who did a whole book on... I read a book called The Great
AIDS Hoax, right?
The Great AIDS Hoax.
Right.
Let me put that down. Great AIDS Hoax. And that was an interesting book.
Yeah.
And there's also, when I think of AIDS, I think of, the first thing I think of is Ryan White. Remember him? The little kid. He was like 13. He got it from a blood transfusion in the mid-90s and died.
Right.
But I think of, what's that movie?
Reality Bites.
Reality Bites. I was thinking of that, Janine Garofalo getting her AIDS test.
Oh, I know. It actually is really funny. That movie's great. But... yeah, I feel like the more I learn about it, it's not what actually... I feel like it's almost like a fibromyalgia thing. Like they don't know what else to call it. So they just pin it on that, and then they just want to throw all these meds at you.
Yeah.
When your body can really... I mean, I know there's things going on in both those cases, but I don't know if it's like they don't know what to name these things and what the real... I don't know what I'm trying to say, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. There's a doctor who talks a lot about this, and his name is... I forget what his name. I'll put his link to his website. He's done a lot of work on water, and he's a really cutting edge doctor. And I'll put a link to his website on this show page. But cool. I've heard that the whole AIDS thing is really a complete hoax. I mean, that book was really good, The Great AIDS Hoax. I read that about 5 or 6 years ago. And apparently the testing that they do for AIDS is some really, really just completely innocuous marker that everybody has. And that so when people were getting tested, they were all showing up positive for AIDS, and it was the actual vaccines that they were being taken that was killing them. So that was what was actually killing people, not the AIDS itself. Gosh. And they were testing all these people for such low level things. It would be like testing everyone for, do you have skin? Right. It's like everyone has skin.
And do we have cancer? Yeah, we all have cancer.
Yeah.
Right.
And so when people were being tested, they were all showing up as being positive. And as a result, they were getting on these medications. And that in fact, was what was killing people.
Gosh darn it.
Isn't that amazing?
Yes.
I heard that from, I forget what doctor I heard that from, but anyway, we would love to interview some people like that. So in the future, we'll get on that.
That'd be interesting to have the author of that book.
Oh, the Great Hate. Yeah. I know. We should have him on.
That'd be fascinating.
We should look into that. We got to take another break here, but we're going to do a little ad on Zeolite. Have you had your Zeolite today?
Twice.
Nice. Me too.
Do it again before bed.
I had mine. I took mine with our supplements. It was good.
Nice.
Very tasty.
Very tasty.
Very, very tasty. No, Zeolites are just amazing things. And for us, they're just kind of routine, right?
Yes.
I mean, it's like, you just
like
have to
breathing.
Yeah.
Really.
Really. So anyway, we're going to run this quick ad. We'll be right back after this break. It was really cool. A while back, we had Deborah Lynn Dad on our show, and that was episode number 45. She's kind of like the queen of detoxification and getting toxins and chemicals and poisons and drugs out of your body and out of your home. She has a really, really great website. And again, that was extremehealthradio.com/45, her interview that we had. And she turned us on to a really cool product. It's a natural zeolite, which is pretty amazing, actually. And if you're interested in that kind of thing, you could check it out at extremehealthradio.com/zeolite. That's ZEOLITE. That will redirect you to this really cool product that she turned us on to, and I talked with her at length about it, and I've been doing a lot of research about it. And zeolites are adsorptive, so they're positively charged, and they bind to anything that's negatively charged, which is like toxins and poisons and chemicals and all these things that we're exposed to. And what they do is they just pull them out of your bloodstream. The size of the zeolite molecule is really important too. So the smaller the size, the more powerful and the more toxins it's going to grab onto and flush out of your body. And this one I think is 0.03 microns, which is really, really small. I think it's the smallest in the industry from what I've learned and from what I've researched. So it's really, really a cool product. And if you're living in the modern world and want to get these heavy metals and toxins and poisons out of your bloodstream, check it out, extremehealthradio.com/zeolite. And it's about, I think, $24 per month for a bottle. And it's really a great way to get rid of these toxins and poisons out of your bloodstream and capillaries and out of the cells and all that kind of stuff. And we really, really liked the product and spoke with the company and trust Deborah. She's done a lot of great work. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, check it out, extremehealthradio.com/zeolite, or you can read about it more on our store as well. And thanks for listening, and let's get back to the show. You know, I feel like we need to hire a sound engineer.
Why?
Well, we had that slip up last time that we were off here having our own conversation and didn't even realize we were doing a radio show. And I figured, just have a guy in a separate room, behind a glass wall.
Like the Great Oz.
The Great Oz, yeah. Oh, man.
Oh, that's great.
That'd be fun.
With your donations, we can make that happen.
Anything is possible.
Hey, I wonder if this is possible.
What is that?
The new challenge.
Speaking of challenges.
That we saw on online.
Oh, good. What is it?
Go 24 hours without complaining, not even once. Then watch how your life will start changing. Imagine that.
24 hours without complaining. Wow.
Remember we tried it? We tried to do it for...
Yeah.
Wasn't it like...
I think we lasted
7 days? I think we lasted like 14 minutes.
You know what we should do is kind of have it going with money or something like that. Like for every time you complain, you have to pay. Or maybe some kind of... I wonder if you could do like anytime you complain, you have to do any favor that the other person wants. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's I like that though, not complaining.
Well, because either way you win.
Yeah. I like that because complaining is such a thing that everyone does,
I know.
And it's hard because, you get used to your environment no matter how good it is. You could have a $20 million and
I know.
You could still complain about things.
What a hard thing, huh?
Yeah.
And either way you still win. I have a cute story really quick.
Yeah.
So we were at the wedding yesterday.
Uh-huh.
We were at a wedding and remember I went and talked to the grandparents of the groom.
Oh, right.
They're so cute and they've been married for like 60 years or something.
Uh-huh.
And they're probably in their 80s. And he was telling me, I said, now how again did you meet your wife? And I'd heard the story before, but he was so cute. He goes, remember I won her in a chess match? And I said, no, you didn't. And I kind of laughed. And he goes, yeah. And I said,
if she's some kind of...
a prize to be won. And he said that back in their college days, I forget, they went back to college somewhere back east. And there's 2 other guys that were kind of dating her. And he kept asking her out and she kept saying no. And so I guess in the library one day they were having this chess match. And like a bunch of people were having a chess tournament or whatever. And she was in there watching the games and stuff, and he was up like to play the next guy. And I guess he went over and said to her, okay, here's the deal. I'm going to win this. I'm going to play in this chess match. And if I lose, you get to decide where we go to dinner. And if the other guy wins, then you get to decide where we go to dinner. Or I get to decide where we go to dinner, or whatever it was. If I win, I get to decide. If I lose, you get to decide. And basically, he didn't give her an out. And she's like, okay. And she kind of gave in. And then they got married like 6 months later.
No way.
Isn't that cute?
Wow.
He said he won her in a chess.
I thought you were going to say that he was going to marry her or something crazy like.
Oh yeah, that'd be
Wow.
cool. She finally agreed to at least go out with him.
That is so cool.
It was pretty cute. I loved it.
Wow.
I know. So I said, well, who won? And he said, well, I did. And I said, where'd you take her? And he said the name of the place. It was really cute. And he said, now we're like 65 years later.
Wow, that's cool.
I know. Anyway.
Sounds like
cute.
something that would happen on, in the movie Titanic or something.
Totally.
Doesn't it?
The Notebook.
Yeah.
It was cute.
How funny.
Mm-hmm.
So you had a fun fact with Kate too, didn't you?
Oh, I do. Hold up.
Fun facts with Kate. We need to have a little sound intro to this.
I think we might. Fun facts with Kate.
Fun facts with Kate.
Let's do, which one to pull out of my fun fact file? Okay. Let's talk about how to get clearer skin.
Clear. Okay, good.
For clearer skin, take a half of a lemon from the fridge. It doesn't matter if some juice has even been squeezed from it, which is cool because sometimes I have those like half,
oh yeah,
drained lemons.
Uh-huh.
They're whatever. And you put 3 to 4 drops of honey on it.
Okay.
And then you rub the lemon on your face, emphasizing the areas you have problems with.
With the honey, okay.
Mm-hmm. And then you leave the mixture of lemon and honey on your face for 5 minutes, and then you wash it off with cold water.
Oh, wow.
And you will be able to see immediate results, apparently. Additionally, lemon juice will also fade other spots and marks on your face, and the honey goes back in and moisturizes. So it's a really good combo when you put the two together.
Does it say if the honey needs to be raw?
It doesn't say, but I think anything raw, it's going to be better on your skin.
Because you're going to have all those live enzymes.
Right.
And from what I hear, honey is the most enzymatically active wild food on the planet.
More than pineapple, more than anything?
Yeah, more than pineapple. Yeah, honey's got the most enzymes naturally occurring that are living. And if it's raw, then putting that on your face with lemon, because your skin is acidic. So lemons is acidic until it gets in your body.
Right.
Then it becomes alkalizing, but on your skin, it would remain acidic with the honey. I bet that's really good.
So I'm going to try that out, and I think I'm going to do it while we're in the desert.
I like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll let people know what happens to my face.
All right.
I'll be like an angel. Shining. Beaming.
Let's see. What else do we have? We've got lots of different things. I have so many topics to get to. I feel like maybe we need to do 2 hours, not today, but maybe in the future. There's so much to get to. I feel like every Friday show we cut it short.
I know.
Let's see here.
I hear you.
Oh, did you hear about my theory of how breathing through your mouth when you're sleeping can cause cancer?
No. Lay it on.
So this is just a theory. All right. So when you breathe through your mouth during the night, and so you're not breathing through your nose and your mouth is open, what happens is that, your mouth dries up. So the saliva goes away, right? And the saliva is what carries the white blood cells and all the immune factors and enzymes. And that's what really keeps the enamel on your teeth. And so the saliva is really, really important. And so when that dries up, any food that like microscopic food particles that you have can cause cavities because you're not actively putting the saliva on your teeth, which naturally clean your teeth. And as a result, you get the lack of minerals, and then you get a cavity. And then if someone lets the cavity go too long, they either get a silver filling or they get a root canal. And then once you get that, then energetically and on the meridians, that tooth will correspond to an organ in the body and compromise that organ. And as a result of that, there's been a lot of doctors that say all cancer is caused by cavities in the mouth, cavities and dental issues. So indirectly, sleeping with your mouth wide open can cause cancer.
This is your theory.
That's my theory. I don't know. Just a thought. I was thinking about
an interesting thought.
I was doing dishes the other day, and I was thinking about this.
A little light thinking while you're doing some dishes.
Yeah, I wasn't in the moment, so
that is really cool.
Yeah, so I don't know. Most people sleep with their mouth open, and that's another reason why we ought to do the neti pot and clear our sinuses so that our sinuses work, so that we don't
breathe out of our noses.
Breathe out of our noses during sleep.
I wonder how we know if we breathe out of our mouth. I mean, if you have a partner who snores or whatever, or you hear them breathing out of their mouth, you would know. Yeah, I know. I don't know if I do or not. It's like that whole... Oh, go ahead.
I don't drool or anything, so,
Sometimes I do.
Do you? Well, then your mouth's open.
It's true. Sometimes I'll wake up and I'll be like, why am I all wet?
Oh, man.
Just, I don't know why. Maybe I'm not breathing. I usually feel like I breathe out of my nose, but I'm wondering about the whole theory about eating spiders now, too. Ugh.
Oh, how many spiders we eat?
Yeah, and it's people who clearly sleep with their mouth open. That probably is the only, I mean, I don't think they're going to crawl up your nose. But, like, how do they know how many people have certain amounts of spider intake in their life?
I wonder about these things, like the average person eats this much. I mean, like you could say that about, maybe women who take lipstick, because everyone, it's pretty easy to see, okay, the majority of women wear lipstick and
right, so
apply.
You eat 18 tubes in your life.
But there's no way to say that, the average person eats X amount of spiders.
Right.
But eating a spider is probably not that bad for you.
No.
Yeah,
right.
We grew up, I'm sure, in Neolithic times eating spiders and things.
Ew.
Maggie, I know.
She's so needy tonight.
You're so needy, Maggie.
Maggie, come here.
You're very cute.
Her little tail's going back and forth.
So I wrote an article recently about how to build a community. So if you're interested in my blog, I've been blogging a little bit more lately. So you may want to... Maggie's just all over me.
Oh, my
so
gosh.
Cute. All right, Maggie. All right, Maggie. I know. Maggie.
You're so menacing.
Maggie.
All 10 pounds of you, wiener dog.
Okay. We're on a show, Maggie. We got to be professional here.
A little too late for that.
A little too late. No, so I've been blogging lately, and so if you want to keep up with my blog, it's just under Justin's blog. And Kate's been trying to blog, more. It's tough for her because she's working so much. And
yeah, I got off to a false start. I'll be back.
Yeah. But I've been doing some blogging. So if you want to follow my blog, check it out. And so I wrote one called "How to Build a Community in Your Neighborhood for Growing Food That Everyone Can Enjoy."
Oh, yeah.
And we were talking about this on our walk the other day with Maggie about that infographic that was, I think, comparing America to Switzerland. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
And it was about how it was an aerial view of American backyards versus backyards in Switzerland. And you can see that in Switzerland, they have just so much land compared to us. And it's all green and lush. And there's crops. And the people there, at least in that part of Switzerland, would grow crops. And each house would grow one or two things. And they would just barter with, someone would grow apples and someone would grow cucumbers and someone would grow lettuce. And
that's so cool.
And then you would all barter. How cool is that?
Right.
That's just
you have
amazing.
a whole neighborhood co-op where you just trade stuff.
Yeah. And so instead of going to the grocery store, you go to your neighbor's house and you bring a few bags of apples and they give you a few bags of cucumbers. And
right.
How cool is that?
Oh.
And we were talking about during the walk, some of the things that I thought were cool were the fact that when most people grow food here, they grow it for themselves and for their family.
Right.
But in this type of situation, you're actually growing it not just for you, but you're growing it for everybody else.
Totally.
So you can't just slough off and...
Right. People are depending on your beets or your carrots or... Yeah.
It's really cool, I just thought... And let's see, I wrote another article about my current diet because we had, a few people ask about what we actually eat.
Yeah.
And... basically, I'll just cover that really quickly because I know we're running out of time here. But my diet's pretty basic. I mean, in the morning, I'll usually have a smoothie with fruit in it and berries. And the smoothie will consist of, like today, we cut some lettuce from the garden and put that. So what I'll do is I'll usually blend some lettuce in with the base. Sometimes I'll have like medicinal tea as a base, or I'll have coconut water as a base. Or, an almond milk. I don't do almonds anymore, but, almond milk or kombucha or kefir. Or sometimes I'll just do water. And I'll usually blend the greens up with that so that the fibrous nature of the greens gets, really liquefied. Because I found that when I blended it with everything else, the greens didn't really get completely liquidized.
Gotcha. And
so I blend it with that. Then I add a bunch of powders, like superfood powders, like... just all the different powders we have. If you're interested, you can read my article it's called My Current Diet. And then I'll add all the powders and maybe a raw egg or two, some raw butter. And then...
You put butter in your smoothie?
Yeah. And it blends right up though, and you can't taste it. And then I'll add like an avocado and maybe a small piece of fruit. I like to keep it low sugar if I can. I'll, a packet of stevia, and then some frozen berries, which are low in sugar, and some ice and things. And that makes like a green smoothie that's really purple and amazing. Yeah. And we like doing Michael King's Vitality Herbs and Clay. That stuff we're running out. We need to buy some more of that.
Yeah.
But that stuff is amazing. It pulls heavy metals out of your colon, and it's like zeolite, but it's just amazing. Yeah. Full of minerals and things. And so
Speaking of that, I got to do that.
Yeah, we got to do the
today.
Clay. So that's basically, so I'll do one of those a day, and then I'll do the same thing like that with maybe some coconut water, some chocolate and avocado, or carob, and I'll do like a chocolate smoothie with a bunch of different superfood powders during the day. And with an avocado in there, it really makes you full for hours.
Yeah, and it's all creamy.
It's all creamy and thick, and it's amazing. So I'll do 2 of those a day, and then I'll do, I'll snack on maybe some sauerkraut, goji berries and chocolate. What else? Sometimes we'll buy those Greens Plus bars that are cold processed and raw, like a granola bar or something like that. Don't really do a lunch. And then I'll just snack on different things like that.
And then for dinner, we do a juice.
Yeah, we'll do a green juice every single day, pretty much.
Which we add vitamin C powder into, and that's so good. It's a little tangy. You're getting your vitamin C intake, which is cool. The
Health Force vitamin C powder, so awesome. Good. And then we'll do a green juice. And then for dinner, we'll usually have some kind of cooked, like tonight we had salmon.
Wild caught salmon
with some raw butter on it and olive oil
poured on after, so you're not cooking it,
so you're not cooking and making the oils rancid. Along with some avocado and some lettuce leaves, and we'll do some meats and what else,
some grass finished veal beef,
and some chicken and different things like that. Eventually, we'll probably start doing some organ meats and things. We got to get a little more adventurous, but
we'll get there.
And so that's basically what it is. Pretty much raw. We do animal products like eggs and kefirs, and
I do have a little bit of cheese here and there.
Yeah, we have raw cheese, and what else? Some eggs, and
I don't do eggs at all.
Oh, you don't do eggs? Oh, that's right. Yeah,
they upset me, and they flare up my gallbladder.
Okay.
At least I think. Maybe one day that won't be the truth. I'm too afraid to try them.
So that's basically my diet. And if you want to keep up with my blog, I'm trying to blog just about every single day if you're interested. So check it out and, like it and share it. And if you can, to get the word out, that'd be cool.
Awesome.
And I wrote I think the latest article I wrote was CPS owns your child.
Nice.
Oh, man. Because we were talking about that story recently of the California lady, I think up in Sacramento, who lost her child because she wanted to get a second opinion for her child who had some kind of heart condition. Amazing.
Yeah. And they took him away.
So the CPS took him away.
5 days, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's
and then
amazing.
Whatever.
Yeah. So I have a kind of a unique take on that if you're interested in the role of the government in this state to our children. And we were talking about it the other day when we went out to dinner, and it was kind of, I think you have to read it because I think you'll be kind of surprised by.
Oh.
I mean, usually I'm not really on board with the state and what the state does and how they're trying to take our rights from us.
I know where you're going with this.
But there's a unique take on what happens with, let's just say it involves birth certificates and things. So
let's just say.
Yeah, it's good. So check out my blog if you're interested, and hopefully, I'm offering some good information there.
I think you are.
Oh man, I wanted to tell you weeks ago. We'll get into this maybe the next show. My dream about Kourtney Kardashian.
What?
I told you about this. Remember, we were walking down the hill to the beach with Maggie, and with her. Is it Kourtney Kardashian who has that Scott guy?
I don't know. One of them. Sure.
Yeah.
We'll go with her.
Yeah, we'll go with Kourtney. And
one of the K names.
Remember I told you about this?
Yeah. Well, I don't. I blocked it out. What was it?
I think it was me or you were sitting down eating dinner with them, with Kourtney Kardashian and Scott, whatever his name is, and some things ensued in my dream. It was weird. Strange dream.
You're not going to say it the whole dream right now?
No, we'll get into it next episode.
Cliffhanger.
I've been taking classes on media and like
how to leave them hanging.
Yeah.
Coming back for more. So let's see. Is that everything that we wanted to get to? There's lots of other stuff, I feel. I think we're good.
We have to go pack.
Let's go to the desert.
Yeah. All right. So thank you everyone for joining us here on Extreme Health Radio, episode number 97. So make sure to check out this show page, 97, for all of the links that we talked about during the show. And if you ever have any questions, please email us. And what else? Oh, I was wondering if you could do me and Kate a huge favor. I know that a lot of people listen to us, while they're driving or while they're out for a run or something like that. But if you could remember to do this and do this, it would be a huge favor to us. If you could go to extremehealthradio.com/love, LOVE, and there's a button on that page that would, that all you have to do is just click it. And that will help support our work. And it's really kind of a unique thing that we set up a while back. And, it's a way to support our work without donating. If you can't donate, we appreciate your donations like nothing else. Mm-hmm. But so feel free to donate if you can or want to, and helps keep the show free. And we really, really appreciate it. But if you can't, this is a really great way to support our work and help get the word out.
Yes.
So it's extremehealthradio.com/love, LOVE. And you can just click a button on there. It'll take 2 seconds. And it'll be a great way to support us.
We would appreciate it. Whoa, my voice.
What happened?
I don't know. It went away.
So
I sound like a monster.
Thank you everyone for joining us here. And if there's ever anything we can do for you, just let us know. Mm-hmm. And it's time for us to go pack and get in the sun.
I can't wait.
Get in that sun.
I'm so cold, I'm going to go in the sauna.
Get in my belly.
Get in my belly.
You going to go in the sauna now?
Yeah, after I pack.
Yeah, I'm going to do that too.
Yeah, get warm because it's dead of winter.
Yeah, I know. It's
that was fun.
All right, guys, thank you so much. And let us know if we can ever help you out in any way possible. We'd love to do that. And we'll catch you on the next episode. Again, this was extremehealthradio.com/97.
Yep.
And we'll catch you on the next episode.
On the flip side, as they say.
Ooh.
Catch you on the flip side.
Was that the ghetto side of you?
The ghetto.